What's up there, folks? Happy Sunday. It's time for that horror movie podcast. We got a good one lined up for tonight. My co host will be a little late. He's currently at a convention, his family. So I'm sure we're going to have some good stories. And he's got a good picture because he was at I forget what the convention was. Help me out in the chat, Bill. Maybe you remember what the convention was. I know it's in Chicago, where it was the first reunion of the Breakfast Club folks. So he's got pictures with them. He met them, so it's gonna be cool. So hopefully he'll show up and have some good stories. But tonight we're doing great actors in shit movies. Now, when I researched this, I was like, wow, there was a lot of shit movies that really good actors were in, and I'm like, man, I didn't see any of these movies probably because they sucked. I would have thought that I would have saw more movies with good actors that were really shitty. So we're doing that tonight. We're doing a movie review of Village of the Damned because we're watching Village of the Damned on Tuesday night. You John Carpenter fans, it turns 30 years this year. Came out in 1995. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't watched it in a long time, so it's going to be fun to revisit it. And our top five tonight is our top five band appearances in movies. And there's a lot of them. When I was looking through them, some of them you're probably going to know automatically where Pat the Halloween movie collector is going just based on who I like. But this should be fun. It'll be a fun top five for tonight. But let's see who's hanging out in the chat on this Sunday night. Good buddy Jordan. What's shaking, Jordan? There's Gene. Gene's awesome. Buddy Cody, who was just in the green room. We were just chatting. Dino, what's shaking? What's going on? Be sure to go check out Dean's channel, Enter the Cinevault. Please do. There's Leanna. What's going on? Let's see. And Bill, fresh out of the green room, what's shaking? C2E2 is the con. Thank you. I knew you knew what it was because it was in Chicago. I just can't remember what the hell it was. Hey, Slasher Fred, this year marks the 55th anniversary of the original Village of the Damned. I never saw the original. I should watch it. Maybe I can squeeze it in before Tuesday night's watch along. I never saw the original. Eric M., what's going on? What's going on? Oh, absolutely, Dean. No problem. I have to get over. Have you been doing some new stuff? For some reason, I haven't gotten any alerts. Let me know if you've been doing some new stuff. I got to check it out. And Liana, there she is. Everybody go check out Dean's channel. Go give him a sub. Please do. So, yeah. So tonight, we'll get right into it. Co-host will be here. Like I said, he'll be a little bit late. Hold on one second. I was getting a little raspy there. My voice. It's a little chilly here in the Northeast. We actually had snow. The fuck is that all about? I put my snow shovels away. I put my snowblower away, and it snowed yesterday. And it's chilly and windy. I don't understand what this shit's all about. So getting a little bit of a raspy voice from being outside in the wind. But tonight, so I'm going to bring up. So I didn't really put a list together of movies that with good actors that were real shit movies. I bring up a couple of lists and we can go through them. Let me know if you've seen them and what you think. Because like I said, there was a lot of the movies on here I didn't see. I'm like, man, I didn't see any of these movies. I go, they must have been pretty bad because they didn't even make it. Some of them didn't even make it on my radar. I'm like, I never even heard of it. So this ought to be interesting. I mean, I put 3 on the thumbnail that I know I saw, which were Chainsaw Massacre: Next Generation with 2 Oscar winners, future Oscar winners. Jaws the Revenge. We got the great Michael Caine, and us Halloween fans love our last guest, and George Clooney, Batman and Robin. Nothing against George Clooney, but I didn't see him as Batman. I mean, we just lost Val Kilmer, and I actually like Val Kilmer better as Batman. That's just my taste. So let's see what's going on. Bill says, so if I visit the green room right before the show to get my intro, what gifts? That's true. Usually, you know what? It's because I'm doing all the talking because usually Brett's here chatting away with me too. So yeah, Bill is in the chat, and he's fresh out of the green room. So he has to get his proper intro.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you. Sending me this shit.
And there it is. The great Christopher Nelson. So let's do this. Let me bring up a list. There was an IMDb one that had the worst movies with good actors. So I figured maybe we'll go through that and see. So I'll give IMDb credit for putting this list together. I did not do it. So let me just do this. Is it 11? Yeah. No, that's not it. 1 second. Technical difficulties, folks. There it is. No. There we go. So share screen. Let's go through this. Let me know if you've seen some of these. Some of these I've never seen before, which is weird. All right. So, oh, no, I'm not sharing that. That is the wrong screen. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see. See, this is what happens when you're live. Top screen. Nope, not that. Man, I'm hitting all sorts of weird, wrong buttons tonight. Share screen. Where is it? Come on. Okay, now we're sharing this one. Ah, there it is. That's the way to do it, folks. All right. Now I got it. Leanna says, watch me love a bunch of these movies. Some of them, there's a lot of here I never even heard of. A lot of them I heard of, but just did not see. So let's see. All right, so I've heard of Jack and Jill. Didn't see it. Now, obviously, Adam Sandler's in it, Katie Holmes, and the great Al Pacino. I remember the storyline, and I remember coming out, but I heard so much shit about it. I never saw it. Anybody here see Jack and Jill? And now these, I don't think these are in a list from worst to greatest. I think it's just a generalization list. So let's see. Family Guy, Jack Sadelstein Perez, for the annual event, he always dreads that the Thanksgiving visit of his fraternal twin sister, the needy and passive-aggressive Jill, who refuses to leave. I don't know. Oh, Cody, look at this. Already gifted memberships. Let's see if it actually works. I'll have to check it in a minute, buddy, because otherwise I have to bring up the other screen and nobody needs to see YouTube on my screen. But I'm going to check it. Thanks, buddy. Let's see if it worked. Hey, Colin. What's up, buddy? Slasher says, stay tuned. This movie had the two former TV celebrities, Pam Dawber and John Ritter, also had Eugene Levy. It was about bickering couple who gets trapped in a television dimension. What movie? Oh, stay tuned. Is that what it was? I wonder if it made this list. So Jack and Jill, there's Man Trouble. A sleazy but affordable guard dog trainer is blackmailed to steal a manuscript for a tell-all book from one of his clients. And Bob Rafelson is the name I've heard before. But Jack Nicholson, Ellen Barkin, and Harry, wow. Two actors and one actress I really like. Got 4.7 rating. Wow. So Jack Nicholson coming in at 4.6. Man Trouble is certainly not Jack's best work. This 3-time Academy Award winner probably just forgot to read the script. Anybody ever see any of these films? I mean, Jack and Jill I've heard of. Man Trouble, I don't even remember hearing of. This one I did see. The Crow, Wicked Prayer. And I mean, it had Dennis Hopper in it, but the Crow was the Crow. They didn't need to touch that. Has anybody here seen the new Crow that came out? I still haven't seen it. I figure I'll wait till it streams. You know, it's one of those things that I'd rather, remember it with Brandon Lee. But I never saw Man Trouble. The Crow, Wicked Prayer, I saw it's got a 3 rating. And I didn't care for it. I know I saw it. And Dennis Hopper's made appearances in some shitty films. I mean, I know there's fans of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. I'm not a fan of it. And you had Dennis Hopper in that. I think it's just a little bit too noisy. A couple of decent scenes in it. Don't hate it. Not one I ever reach for. Very rarely do I put it on. Christopher Columbus, The Discovery with Marlon Brando, Tom Selleck. I don't even remember this movie. From 1992. Jesus, Marlon Brando must have been on his deathbed. What the hell is I never even heard Christopher Columbus, The Discovery. Genesee navigator comes intrigued in the court of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain and gains financing for his expedition. So it's actually like a biopic on Christopher Columbus with Marlon Brando and Tom Selleck. I don't know if I'd want to watch that. I mean, that's like, when you hear two actors' names and sometimes it blends together, like you can see them in a film together. I don't know if I can see Marlon Brando and Tom Selleck together. That's like mixing a bad drink with the wrong alcohols. I don't think I can sit through it. Decker says, Edward Furlong is the main character, not even listed as a star in The Crow, Wicked Prayer, right? Yeah. They're playing Quiet Riot in here? Oh, well, Cody, Cody was doing his laundry. So you in a laundromat and they're cranking Quiet Riot? Let's see. Oh, I thought, is Ryan here? There's Ryan. We'll shake him. Our good buddy, Ryan. Speed 2 with William Dafoe. Yeah, Speed 2. I think it's on this list. Yeah, Speed 2. I mean, coming off, I mean, Speed was a great film, and that was big. I mean, I did see that in the theater, and people went apeshit over that. That really made Sandra Bullock a household name at the time, and it was really, really good. And then there you go, there's Dennis Hopper again, right? And this time, that time in a good movie. Um, and here it is, right up, fresh off of the thumbnail for this. Jaws: The Revenge. It's got a 3.0 rating. Now this is like a guilty pleasure. It's not good, but if it's on, I'll watch it. There are some redeeming qualities. It's a little bit nostalgic. It's you don't see Lance Guest in a lot of films, and us as Halloween fans, it's nice to see him in a film. And we did bring it up. So when Brett and I went to we were at Monster Mania 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and we went up and met Lance Guest, and we were chatting about Jaws: The Revenge, and he was just laughing. He's like, "Yeah, I know it's not the best in the franchise." He's like, "But it's got its fans." He said, "Yeah, like we appreciate it. He's like, hey, it was a paycheck, right? Just like Michael Caine said. I think he said what it paid for, like his like vacation home or some shit." So yeah, George the Revenge, Lorraine Gary, Lance Guest, Mario Van Peebles. Yep. So they have little comments here too. The comment was Michael Caine coming in at 2.8. I'm surprised that Caine put his name in the credits at this point in the Jaws franchise. I'm pretty sure the shark needs dentures to be scary. Yeah, it was really weird casting choice. Michael Caine in a Jaws film was definitely odd. Another one. Well, see this here. This one I don't agree with. Batman Forever. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm biased because I always like Val Kilmer, and I'm still getting nostalgic over the fact that he's passed away at such a young age. I didn't mind Batman Forever. I didn't mind Val Kilmer's Batman. It was okay. I wasn't a fan of the Clooney Batman, and I have nothing against George Clooney. I just didn't. I don't know. Just didn't jive with me. But I didn't mind Val. Comes in at actually, it's got one of the higher ratings than most of the ones we saw so far. It's got a 5.4. And directed by Joel Schumacher, Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, and Jim Carrey. I think what really ruined it is Jim Carrey was okay as the Joker, but Tommy Lee Wallace was way over the top. He was in over his head. That was not the role for him. I mean, I know he was hot because of The Fugitive, but just because somebody's hot, just don't start sticking him in shit. That's just, to me, that's just like overkill, and 99% of the time it doesn't work. And here it is, directly underneath it, Batman and Robin. Yep, Schwarzenegger, Clooney, O'Donnell, and here's another instance of just taking the popular actors at the time and just throwing them in, like Schwarzenegger in that film. Didn't need to be there. George Clooney, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. That's what the comment is. The comment for Batman Forever, Tommy Lee Jones. This Joel Schumacher film is over the top and nearly ruined the franchise. Oh, Tommy, why did you do it? Yeah, because he was really annoying in that film. He was horrible. And I love him. But let's see what's going on in here in the chat. Everybody's rocking out to Quiet Riot because Cody's here in the laundromat. Fletcher says, Hot to Trot from 88. This movie feels like it was like a Mr. Ed movie. It had Bob Goldthwait in Virginia. I remember that movie. I don't remember what it was about, but I do remember seeing that because 88 is when Bob Goldthwait was he was still a household name, so I do remember that. I didn't see it though. Virginia Madsen was always cute. Obviously she was great in the original Candyman. She was cute as hell. Let's see what else is going on. Now, there's a good scene between Bruce and Alfred and Batman and Robin. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it's not a dumpster fire. It's just not a movie I would reach for. And like I said, it's a case of somebody being hot, and George Clooney was hot at the time. Okay, let's make him Batman. No, you don't need to make him Batman. Colin says Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt in The Devil's Own. Pitt's Belfast accent was woeful in that shit movie. I can only imagine. Yeah, especially you being from Ireland and you having the brogue, and you hear somebody try to do it, and it's got to be, and it's horrible. I can only imagine. Yeah. So we'll see what else. So Batman's are back to back. Two of the ones that aren't my favorites in the franchise, by no means. This I didn't see this. I remember when it came out, but I didn't see it. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. It's got a 4.3 from 2000. De Niro, Rene Russo was always cute as hell. Piper Perabo, I don't even know who that is. Probably if I saw her. I mean, De Niro was on. He was on a tear where he was just taking every movie role, and some were good, some were real shit. I mean, he was getting out of the mobster thing and trying to do comedy, and to a degree, he really succeeded. I mean, Analyzes This movies are good. Meet the Fuckers. I mean, he was good in some of the comedies, but I don't know if I'd want to watch him in a Rocky and Bullwinkle movie. I did not see this, and don't think I need to see it. Now, I'm a little biased because I like all the Pee Wee Herman movies. It's Pee Wee was a big part of my youth from the '80s. So rest in peace, Paul Rubens. That's another one that's a head scratcher. I can't believe how he died so young. But Big Top Pee Wee, I didn't mind Big Top Pee Wee. I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, yeah, you had Penelope Ann Miller, who was always cute as hell. Where's she been these days? She's hiding under a rock. And the late great Chris Christopherson, who we just lost not that long ago too. I didn't mind Big Top Pee Wee. All the Pee Wee Herman movies are like earnest movies. Either you like them or you don't. And they're not there to win Academy Awards. They're there to entertain you. People just need to get off their high horse. And it doesn't need, these are the type of movies that shouldn't even be reviewed because they're probably not going to be review high, but they're just there to entertain. And that's the way the Pee Wee Herman movies have always been with me. My Boyfriend's Back. Don't know this one. It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman in it. I never saw this one. Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of the greatest actors of our generation, showing us that sometimes you have to take a bad role. A teenage boy comes back from the dead because he is determined to win the most beautiful girl in school. I don't remember this one. From 1993. It's got a 5.5, which isn't the worst out of some of the ones that are here. Anybody see this one? Slash Fred says, speaking of Rocky and Bullwinkle, did you know that there was once a movie centered around Boris and Natasha? No. I mean, I remember Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoon from when I was a kid. And I watched it when it was on, but it wasn't one of my favorites. But I didn't know anything about that. Jordan says, I live near a town called Belfast in New York. The accent there is like, hey, y'all, honky donk. So, yeah, because you're up in the sticks. There's actually a Belf in Pennsylvania where I am. There's a Belfast in Pennsylvania too. Only about 40 minutes away. I passed through it, so I don't know how the people's accents are, but I've seen it. Ali Sheedy and Man's Best Friend. I do remember that movie, but I didn't see it. Anna likes it. My Boyfriend's Back is a fun one. Like I said, these are all sitting here saying they're bad, but this is all just critical shit. I mean, believe me, I'm fans of movies that all the critics shit all over. But movies are there to entertain. They just sometimes you just have to have fun with them. Even Cody says, "Saying Man's Best Friend is fun." Never saw it. This one I loved. This was a movie I loved in the 80s. Private Resort. Rob Morrow, Johnny Depp, Emily Longstreet. If you guys seen this, this was like a staple in the 80s on like Cinemax. I remember watching Private Resort all the time, and it was so much fun. And the little comment underneath, Johnny Depp watching this 5.2 rated movie gave me sunstroke. What? This movie is just fun. Two adolescent boys staying at a Florida resort are captivated by chasing girls, but their fate holds more than surprises. Yeah, this is just a fun movie. Movies like this don't need to be rated. Just have fun with them. But yeah, Private Resort's awesome. We got to put that on a watch along one of these days too. I'll definitely watch that. Was it Private Resort's in '85, so it's 40 this year. I'll have to look it up. Maybe we'll put it on our anniversary watch along list. Colin says Russell Crowe, The Exorcism, great actor in such a bad movie. I have not seen it. I remember when it came out not that long ago, and I heard that's the Pope. It's what he plays a Pope in it, right? The Pope's Exorcism. I didn't hear good things about it at all. But that's not to say I won't watch it. If it's ever on, maybe I'll watch it. But truth be told, I forgot about it. Let's see, Skate Town, USA. Patrick Swayze's in it, but didn't you Halloween fans? Didn't Nick Castle have something to do with this movie? If I remember correctly, Skate Town, USA. Didn't he write it or something? Hold on. One second. I'm checking real quick, but yeah, written by Nick Castle. I thought so. I remember him saying that. Yeah, so if you've Skate Town USA, written by Nick Castle, our beloved Nick Castle. At a roller disco competition, two rivals find themselves becoming good friends while competing for a prize of $1,000 in cash. Patrick Swayze's in it, but you also got to remember, some of these films are so old. These were before these people were stars, so it's a little unfair. They kind of had to start out in shit movies because I mean he wasn't Patrick Swayze from Dirty Dancing in '79. He wasn't Patrick Swayze from Ghost or from Roadhouse. So at this time, he was kind of a shitty actor because nobody knew who he was anyway. Hey, what's up, Matt? Would you say Raul Julia in Street Fighter? I personally love the movie. I did see Street Fighter because I remember it was a big thing because of the video game, and I didn't think it was all that bad. Oh, there's my cohort. Stuck in Traffic, all movies directed by Uwe Boll. They were horrible, but had great actors in them. Yep, Brett's on his way back from the convention. David Arquette in Ready to Rumble. Oh, wait, you said great actors. Nice. Turn that one around. Speaking of the Shaggy Dog, did you know that there was once a TV remake of the Shaggy Dog? No. Did not know that. There's Bill's voice of an angel. She's like the wind. Nice. But Skate Town USA, I do remember seeing it. I mean, for those of my age group, the late 70s, there was some real shitty movies because they came out. It was all centered around disco at the time. You had the Village People movie, Can't Stop the Music. You had Skate Town USA. You had Car Wash. You had Thank God It's Friday Night. There was all those movies that came out at the tail end of the decade trying to capitalize on disco, and they all bombed. And if you think of this, Skate Town USA was 79, so Nick Castle wrote this the year after he played Michael Myers in Halloween. In the Name of the King, a dungeon siege tale. And who's in it? Burt Reynolds, Jason Statham, Ron Perlman, Ray Liotta. I've never even heard of this film. 2007. A man named Farmer sets out to rescue his kidnapped wife and avenge the death of his son. Two acts committed by the crews, a race of animal warriors who are controlled by the evil Galleon. So it says here, Burt Reynolds at 3.0. I wonder what Burt was thinking when he agreed to do this movie. Did I say thinking? I meant smoking. I never even heard of it. Anybody ever hear that film? No idea. Slasher Fred says Bob Hoskins as Mario in Super Mario Brothers from '93. This was the first live action movie of. I don't know. That's a guilty pleasure. The Super Mario Brothers film with Bob Hoskins. Because you figure that was '93, so that was a few years after Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because he had done a bunch of other stuff too. Camel Bowls, right? What did I miss? What is going on in the chat? Oh, Leanna gifted a membership. Awesome. You know what? Let me do some. I'm gonna pull this out just for a second. Excuse me while I pull this out, and we will see. Let me see who got them. 1 second. No, this side we need to do it with here. So Cody gifted a membership a while back, and let's see who got it. See if it worked. Went to Josh himself. Josh himself got Cody's gifted membership. Let's see who Leanna gifted membership to. It went to Suffa Horse. Suffah Suffa Horse. Nice. Awesome. Welcome. Thanks, Leanna. And our buddy Michael Dammit got Cody's. Awesome. Very, very cool. All right, let's go back and see what we got going on here. Thanks, guys. Awesome. So, yeah, I never heard of that one. The Shaggy Dog, there it is. Like you said, you have Tim Allen, Kristen Day. I saw the Shaggy Dog, and it was fun. You know, some of these movies, Tim Allen is not. If it's Tim Allen's in it, odds are it's not going to be highly rated because it's just going to be a movie about fun. And I didn't mind the Shaggy Dog. Body of Evidence. I did see this, and I didn't like it either. You know, no offense to Madonna, but I don't think I Desperately Seeking Susan was probably the only movie I can get through that she was in because that was kind of fun. But this also had Willem Dafoe in it, who has been great. He's been in so many good movies. We were talking about him last week. Joe Mantegna, who I always loved. And the comment below even says here, William Dafoe, this 4.3 flop just shows that you never do a movie with Madonna. Who's that girl? It was all right, but I could probably sit through is Desperately Seeking Susan. Colin says Richard Burton in The Exorcist 2. True. That's a good one. I don't know. I wonder if it's going to be on this list. That's actually a real good one. I'm thinking the same thing. It's not. Nope, that's not her. I think her YouTube is just her name. Yeah, but for those that don't know, my wife has a horse. So it's like, is that Kathy? No, that's not her. Unless she just created the name, didn't tell me. Who knows? Yeah. Actually, it was already on this list. Came down. And hands down, the worst has to be Michael Caine in Jaws: The Revenge. Yep. So it's not the TriStar horse. Yeah, that's going to give Jordan nightmares. But it's true, right? He gave him a house in the Bahamas. Let's see. Slasher says, I don't know if you guys would call this a crappy movie, but I picked Music of the Heart with Angela Bassett. The movie was Wes Craven's attempt to step away from horror. Never saw it. Know the film? Never saw it. Because just from looking at it, it didn't interest me. I know he tried to get away from horror, and I'm like, I like Wes is my horror guy. League of Their Own. Yeah, she was tolerable in League of Their Own, but it wasn't a Madonna film, so that was okay. Lou Diamond Films and Bats is the only movie I ever brought back to the video store because it sucks so bad. I'm trying to think, did I ever do that? I mean, I brought videos back because the tapes were damaged, but I don't think I ever brought one back because it was so bad. Oh yeah, Jason Bateman and Teen Wolf 2. Yeah. That's a rough one. And I loved it, Jason Bateman. Oh, look at Ryan shooting a cannon across the bow. Donald Pleasance in Halloween 5. I love him in Halloween 5. He's so drunk, he's fun because he's so shit-faced in the whole film. Iggy Pop and the Crow, City of Angels. Christian's a babe, but I only rewatch Iggy scenes. Let's see what else we got here. Satisfaction. Satisfaction wasn't the greatest movie in the world, but I don't know. I found it fun. Yeah, I'm an '80s guy, so there's a lot of cheesy movies from the '80s. Satisfaction wasn't that great. Justine Bateman, Liam Neeson. I actually forgot that Liam Neeson was in that too. Wow. And plus, those of my age group in the '80s, you had a crush on Mallory. You had a crush on Justine Bateman from Family Ties. So I did like her in that film just because I had a big crush on her. This I never saw this. I never had the desire to see this. Glitter, the one with Mariah Carey. Never had the desire. I saw it when it came out, and people just shit all over it. And yeah, didn't want to see it. But let's check the chat, see what's going on. 13 going on 30 with Jennifer Gardner. This coming of age movie was like a gender role reversal of Big. I remember the film, but I never saw it. Ruth Gordon and Look What Happened to Rosemary's Baby has to be one of the worst sequels in horror history. Yes, because I know you're a big Rosemary's Baby fan, and I love the original Rosemary's Baby. And I did see Look What Happened to Rosemary's Baby, and it was horrible. She was great, and Every Which Way But Loose was her best role as the mom when she's sitting on that front porch and she starts shooting at the bikers. That's just comedy gold. Ryan says, I love H5, but I know it's a shit movie, but it's a pile of shit. No, it is a shit movie, but it's just a guilty pleasure for me. That's for sure. Glitter is Jordan's comfort movie. Nice. Battlefield Earth. I started watching this. I remember it was on one night, and I didn't finish it because it really sucked. Travolta, Forrest Whitaker. The little note here says, Forrest Whitaker, when people say the best thing since sliced bread? Yeah, it's just the opposite of that, it says. In the year 3000 AD, and the Earth is lost to the alien race of Cyclolos, humanity is enslaved by these gold-thirsty tyrants who are unaware that their man-animals are about to ignite the rebellion of a lifetime. Yeah, I remember this was on, and I started watching it, and I'm like, this movie sucks, so I didn't finish it. Another 9.5 weeks, because the original 9.5 weeks was great. You didn't need another 9.5 weeks. Mickey Rourke, Agatha De La Fontaine, Angie Everhart. Mickey Rourke at 2.6. I think this movie made Coppola want to go back in time and replace him in Rumblefish. Yeah, another 9.5 weeks. I saw that and I didn't care for it because the original one is great. Yes, Cody, agree 100%. Viggo Mortensen, Julianne Moore in the Psycho remake. And of course, you can't forget Vince Vaughn. I mean, that was just. And they're great actors. What possessed Gus Van Sant to? I mean, look, you want to reimagine something. You want to do a remake. A remake is a remake. It's not a shot for shot movie. That was like a shot for shot, and that was like more like shit for shit. That is easily the worst. The Fog remake is pretty fucking abominable too, but those two are pretty much neck and neck for the worst as far as I'm concerned. Jason Robards and Dream a Little Dream. Saw that movie, yeah, I agree. It blew. Um, like Father Like Son from '87. This movie was like a gender. I like when you don't like that movie. I got a kick out of that with Dudley Moore, Kirk Cameron. I don't know. I kind of liked it. It's a guilty pleasure movie. Was it good? It was a good movie? No, by no means. But I do like it. It was a lot of fun at the time. Dudley Moore was still pretty big. Kirk Cameron was big too. Hey Daniel, what's shaking? Yeah, shit for shit, man. It's a shit for shit remake. All right, Loose Cannons. I did see Loose Cannons. It was pretty bad. Gene Hackman, Dan Aykroyd, Dom DeLuise, and it was directed by beloved Bob Clark, who for those watch this show know I'm a huge Black Christmas fan. I love that. Love the Porky's. He did Porky's. He did A Christmas Story. I didn't mind Loose Cannons. I thought I had fun with this. So there's gonna be movies on here that I liked. Should it be rated high, like critically acclaimed? No, but it was a lot of fun. Just goes to show you that Gene Hackman had a good sense of humor, who we just lost recently. Going Overboard. There's gonna be a lot of Sandler movies on here because Sandler never got a lot of love, and his movies are so stupid, but they're fun. But not critic darlings by no means. Going Overboard with Adam Sandler, Billy Bob Thornton, and Billy Zane. So it says Billy Bob Thornton, the worst Adam Sandler movie I have ever seen, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, I saw this, and like I said, Sandler movies you got to take with a grain of salt. I mean, you don't go into a Sandler movie expecting Oscar-worthy performances. They're going to be stupid. It's dumb humor. So, I mean, come on. Gene Hackman, Superman 4. Colin says, Ernest Borgnine, Robert Foster, Anthony Perkins, Maximilian Schell, and The Black Hole. I know the movie, but never saw it. And it's a hell of a cast, too. Beautician and the Beast, right? Oh my God, I forgot about that movie. Jesus, man, I was always a big fan of Fran Drescher too because she was always cute as hell, and she's aged very, very well. Now you watch the Danny, that's some funny shit, man. That she dressed in some skimpy outfits. There's my number one pick coming up, Going Overboard. I rented that and watched it with a buddy back in high school. I had to turn it off about 20 minutes. Yeah, it was pretty shitty. It wasn't that good. I'm not a huge Sandler guy. I take him with a grain of salt when I do watch his films. Christopher Lee and Howling 2. Colin's digging deep. Yeah. I gotta go back. I have to revisit that. I think I've maybe seen it once. I didn't like it. Ishtar. Warren Beatty, Dustin Hoffman, Warren Beatty. A 4.1 Beatty might run to return the Oscar. I remember when it came out back in '87, but I never saw it. Didn't have the desire to. Now, this I do remember this was a huge flop, and boy, did they get raked over the coals for this one. I didn't see it because I had no desire to see it. Geely with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, when they were dating. And it's got a 2.6. So I never saw it. Holy, it's 2 hours and 1 minute. Who's going to sit through 2 hours and 1 minute of that? And Christopher Walken. Yeah, why have you forsaken me, Christopher Walken? He was in it. No desire to see that. I remember when it came out, and it was just the critics were just roasting it like a marshmallow. Critters 3. What do you expect from a third entry in the Critters franchise? It's not going to be Oscar worthy. I don't think I've seen part 3. And DiCaprio's in it? Wow, I didn't know that because I never saw part 3. I saw the first 2. The first one we just did a watch along not that long ago because it's celebrating an anniversary. I don't think I saw part 3. I had no idea that Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. But it's also 91. It's before he became a big actor. So you really can't say that because this is before he broke big. Super Baby Geniuses 2. I didn't see the first one because when I saw it advertised, I'm like, I don't need to see the first one. So the second one had John Voight in it. It was directed by Bob Clark. That hurts. That hurts. I never realized that Bob Clark directed that. 1.5. Vanessa Angel's in it? Well, and Scott Baio? Wow. I mean, I'd watch it just to see Vanessa Angel. She's hot as hell. Wow, Chachi. Didn't see part 2. Didn't even see part 1 because I didn't really give a shit because at that time I wasn't interested. Jordan says Sandler and I share a birthday. He's much older. They must point out. Yeah, he's definitely older. I think he's probably around my age, Sandler. Yeah, somebody just said that. Part 4. Gene Hackman, Christopher Reeve in part 4, Quest for Peace. It's a guilty pleasure though. It wasn't great, but I don't know. I guess you get nostalgic for Christopher Reeve because of what happened. Because that was my Batman. Not Batman, rather. That was my Superman. And make sure everybody comes in the chat. We're gonna be I don't mean that physically. Come by on Tuesday night because we'll be watching Village of the Damned. And that was his last performance, Christopher Reeve. C. Thomas Howell and The Hitcher 2. Good one, Colin. Yeah, The Hitcher is it's one of our favorite films. And that was a dumpster fire. Shanghai Surprise. Another one here I was not interested in seeing. Why? Madonna's in it. She was married to Sean Penn. No desire to see it whatsoever. So I did not see it. Got a 3.3. Wow. Never saw it. The Scarlet Letter. What are you doing? Sorry, babysitting the puppies. Make sure they're not doing anything they shouldn't be doing. Scarlet Letter. Demi Moore, Gary Oldman, and Robert Duvall. I didn't see this one from 95. An affair between a young woman and a pastor has disastrous consequences. No, I did not. I didn't see the Scarlet Letter. It's got a 5.3. It's actually got a high. I think it's the highest rating we've seen so far in this list. But I did not see it. I mean, with a cast like that, you'd expect it to be pretty good. Didn't see it. Let me know if you saw it in the chat. Oh, I love Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. You don't like it, Slasher? I'm a big fan of Bogus Journey. I love when they're playing the games against death. That's classic shit. Oh, and this made the thumbnail. Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. 2 future Oscar winners. Renee Zellweger, Matthew McConaughey. McConaughey, the billionth installment in the series, had little no merit. It's and again here, this is people got to take it with a grain of salt because this is before the two of them really broke out as superstars and Oscar winners. But this movie just gives me a headache. His performance is way over the top in this film, McConaughey. It's annoying. I'd have to say that. It's definitely annoying. What do you guys got in the chat going here? Cody says Christian Slater and Stephen Dorff in Alone in the Dark. I'll agree with you there. I did see that one. Matt Damon in Eurotrip. He plays the rock singer that Christine dumps the characters. I saw Eurotrip. I didn't really care too much for it from what I remember. It's one I have to go back and revisit because I think I only watched it once. I had to do a presentation for school and reading part of it. I did parody. Which movie was that? Jay and Silent Bob in Scream 3. Nice. This movie is a guilty pleasure. Losing It. Anybody ever see Losing It? With Tom Cruise, Jackie Earle Haley, John Stockwell. This was a like an 80s darling that used to be on cable TV all the time when I was a kid. So I used to watch it a lot. And I didn't mind it. Remember there's Tom Cruise, Jackie Earle Haley, and what was the woman? Oh God, was it Shelley Long? I think it was Shelley Long. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. They go to Tijuana. There's Jackie Earle Haley's car. He's got that classic car, and he wants to get all the reupholstery done. And they keep saying, "Don't go to Chewy. He'll go fill your seats with shit." And they just keep getting harassed by the Mexican police. This was I don't know. I thought this was pretty funny. So I don't. It did get a 5.0, which is one of the higher scores on here, but that's a guilty pleasure. The Big Bounce. Owen Wilson, Morgan Freeman, Gary Sinise. Didn't see the big bounce. A small-time con artist and Hawaiian real estate developers, mischievous, enterprising mistress team up for a potential $200,000 score. I don't know that one. Never saw it. Schwarzenegger and Hercules Goes Bananas. Going. So, yeah, Snooze Fest. That's it. Yep. I never saw the big bounce, and I have no desire to see it. Morgan Freeman, 4.9. Give back that Oscar. Nope, never saw it. Teen Wolf 2, which we brought up earlier. Yeah, we all love Jason Bateman, but this was just not good. I mean, with the cast too, it's got a lot of other fun people in there too. I mean, Kim Darby, I beloved Kim Darby from Halloween 6, and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, and John Astin. You know, Gomez Adams, the OG. Hey, what's up, Blake? Has anyone said Donald Pleasance in Halloween 6? No, but who was it? Was it I think Ryan brought up Halloween 5, Pleasance in 5, Drunk Pleasance. Here's another one. I'll take Infamy with, because I like Fraternity Vacation. Like I said, it's just a stupid movie, but it's fun. Stephen Jeffries, Tim Robbins is in it. Plays a guy called Larry, Mother Trucker. You Mother Trucker. I don't know. Fraternity Vacation was one of those like late night Skinamax movies that used to be on all the time in the 80s that I used to love to watch because I'd stay up late when the parents went to sleep and watch shit I shouldn't have watched. Blake says he's got Hercules in New York on DVD. You might be the only person. Here's another one I take it with. I take umbrage with. He Knows You're Alone. This is a pretty underrated slasher film from the 80s. And there's nobody in here. And believe it, it says Tom Hanks is in it. So Tom Hanks, everyone needs to start somewhere, but Tom Hanks should be embarrassed that he acted in this horror thriller that chimed in at 4.8. I actually like He Knows You're Alone. It wasn't bad. And he's only in one scene. If you've seen it, he's only there for one scene. So it's not like it's, a big part. So, and that's someone I haven't seen in a long time. He Knows You're Alone. I might have to revisit that. Young bride to be is being stalked upon by a serial killer in Staten Island. She gets help from a former lover, but will they manage to escape? Yeah, I don't know. Watched it a lot in the 80s. I didn't mind it. And of course, Little Fockers. Yeah, of course, you got Dustin Hoffman in there. You got De Niro, Ben Stiller. Little Fockers was fun. Like I said, take these movies with a grain of salt. You can't sit there and say, people just got to do what they have to do. It's not always going to be Oscar-worthy films from some of these people, but I didn't mind Little Fockers. I thought it was pretty funny. But a little note here says, Dustin Hoffman at 5.4, this movie is just bad enough for us to say, shame to the two-time Oscar-winning actor. I don't know. I thought it was fun. 6 is a masterpiece. Gary Oldman and the Unborn. Have I ever watched Alone in the Dark from 81? It was a slash movie that was directed by Alone in the Dark. I think I did. It sounds familiar. Let's go back and look, but the name rings a bell. There you go. Robert Englund and Freddy's Dead. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Freddy's Dead. Jordan's up. There you go. Jackie Earle Haley and Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. Speaking of the man, I don't know. I didn't mind his performance in that film. I think it was more the film and the script. Truth be told. Old Dogs felt like it was an imitation of Easy Rider. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's right here. Robin Williams, John Travolta, Seth Green. Robin Williams, great actor, not so great movie. Just made it at a 5.32. Friends and business partners find their lives turned upside down when strange circumstances lead to be the temporary guardians of 7-year-old twins. I never saw this. I do remember when it came out, but I never saw it. It's got a 5.3, so it's a little bit better than some of the other films. Didn't see it. Alone in the Dark. Oh, yeah, I did see this. Isn't that when Donald Pleasance is running like a home for mentally ill patients, and Martin Landau and the crew break out and they go out and kill people? Isn't that what? That's Alone in the Dark, right? Because it rang a bell. I'm pretty sure I saw it. I think that's the one, right? Yeah, Jackie Earle Haley was great in the original Bad News Bears. Yeah, I did see that one. I just didn't remember the name. I didn't put it together till you guys told me who was in it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I did see that. I did see it. Jordan says anybody in American Psycho 2. Yeah, we just watched American Psycho on Tuesday, folks. If you didn't see it for our watch along, because it just turned 25. Yeah, but part 2, yeah, not so good. So that is the list that was put together on IMDb. So I do have another one. We could do that real quick too. Let's see, what's the other one that I looked up here? Because, like I said, there was a lot of these films I hadn't seen. I mean, I did see it a lot. Let's see. So this is Collider, which you could take it with a grain of salt. Let's see. See what they picked. Poseidon from 2006. Loose remake of the Poseidon Adventure. I didn't see this. Group of passengers, luxury liner. Okay, Kurt Russell's in it. I don't remember seeing this. Anybody see this, Poseidon? I did not see this. And anytime there's Kurt Russell, I usually watch it, but I don't remember seeing that. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Great poster art for Alone in the Dark classic videos. I have to go look for it. Yeah, because the name, it didn't ring a bell until you guys said who was in it. Then I'm like, oh, I did see that. Christian Bale, Terminator Salvation. Yeah, I wasn't the big of the Terminator Salvation. I agree with you right there, Matt. Not so great. The Mummy, 2017. With Tom Cruise. I don't think I saw this one. No, like I said, there's a lot of movies, I guess, that when they came out, I just had no interest in seeing them. So I guess I kind of dodged a lot of bullets. Spoiler, Kurt Russell has one of the best, I'm assuming, sex scenes. Really? I don't think I've ever seen him in any gratuitous sex scenes. That might be interesting. Yeah, didn't see The Mummy. I didn't see that one, at least, with Tom Cruise. Capone. Okay. This I did see. And it was one of the ones I watched. I was like, it was all right. Not sex, though. I don't want to see that. Didn't care much for the film. Didn't really hold my attention, to be honest with you. I don't know if any of you guys saw it. I did see it. Didn't care much for it. The New Mutants. I don't think I've even heard of this. Oh, it's an X-Men movie. That's why, because X-Men doesn't interest me. I never saw any of them. Could give a shit less about them. That's why. X-Men movie about a group of young mutants who are being held captive in a secret facility where they are being studied for their abilities. Anya Taylor-Joy is Ileana Rasputin. Macy Williams. Well, yeah. Didn't see this because X-Men movies don't do anything for me. Hold on one second. Who just sent me something here? Oh, with Billy Bear. Oh, Alone in the Dark. Suppose that's the poster. Interesting. Michael Keaton and Jack Frost. Yeah, I didn't care much for Jack Frost. I agree with you there too, Matt. The movie Get Out has many similarities to The Wicker Man if you think about it, because it involves the main character being led into a trap by a dangerous cult. I don't know. I might Get Out. It was all right. Did you know that there was once a Jack Frost sequel is mostly a sequel to the horror movie? I didn't know there was a sequel. I didn't care much for the first one. So if there's a sequel, no desire to see the second one. Oh, there you go. Jaws of Revenge makes it on every one of these bad lists. They really do. Jaws of Revenge from 1987. The fourth Jaws movie centers on Ellen Brody, the widow of police chief Martin Brody, who believes that a vengeful great white shark, yeah, it's a vengeful, hunting down her family after it killed her husband, because this time it's personal. Ellen enlists the help of her other son, Michael, played by Lance Guest, and a marine biologist to stop the shark and protect her family. Yeah, no. Yeah, it wasn't good. The Circle from 2017. I do remember when this came out, but I didn't see it. Simply because it didn't look interesting to me at all. Sci-fi thrill explores the dark side of social media. Yeah, no interest. You got Tom Hanks in it. You got Emma Watson. Nah. And that's another one where you look at people, like when they pair certain actors and actresses together, you just don't see it. I don't see these two meshing well together. Thor: Love and Thunder. Um, I don't even think I even heard. Actually, I probably did hear, but it doesn't ring a bell. But anything to do like superhero movies or sci-fi movies like that just do nothing for me. So I really haven't seen any of them. They just, just not my lane. It just doesn't bother me. Not interested. You mean you don't like Jack Frost's horror movie where a serial killer is turned into a snowman and he returns to the town where he's caught to get revenge on the cop who busted him? Yeah, no, the first one was okay. Like Thor. See, these movies don't do anything for me. They don't interest me whatsoever. Colin says you should watch Kill List, superb modern folk horror film, brutal in places with a superb ending. Kill List. No, I have to check that out. Never saw it. All right. The Silver Chalice from 1954. Now they're going deep here. And you got Paul Newman in it. It's a biblical epic starring Paul Newman as a young Greek sculptor named Basil, who was commissioned to create a silver chalice for St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome. However, he's betrayed by a wealthy merchant who takes credit for his work, and Basil becomes a slave. He escapes to Jerusalem, where he meets a young Christian woman named Helena, Virginia Mayo. Together, they embark on a dangerous journey to expose the merchant's deception and prove Basil's rightful ownership of the chalice. I've never even heard of it. I mean, I've seen Paul Newman in plenty of films, but I never saw this one. So I'll take it at face value with Collider. I like how they went really deep. They were showing all these newer films from the last 30, 40 years, and then they went, wow, deep for 1954. Leap Year from 2010. No, didn't see it. I must have dodged the bullet because a lot of the Collider lists I didn't see. You got Amy Adams, who was always cute as hell. Matthew Good. Romantic comedy. Anna travels to Dublin to propose to her boyfriend on Leap Day, a tradition in Ireland where women can propose to men. Is that true, Colin? Is that a tradition? However, her plans go awry when a storm diverts her plane to Wales, and she hires a surly Irish innkeeper, Declan, to take her to Dublin. As they embark on a journey across the Irish countryside, Anna begins to question her life choices and develops unexpected feelings for Declan. No, never heard of it. 0.0 interest in watching it. Could we count the Smoking the Bandit sequels? Oh, they were fun. They weren't good. I'm not going to say they're good, Blake, but they were still fun. Vic Moore and The Last Shark. And says, come on. Thor, Love, and Thunder isn't that bad. I didn't say because it doesn't interest me. So I'll take your word for it. So Shamrock, Dr. Chalice. Pearl Harbor was not good. Yeah, I didn't care much for that movie at all. Maybe a little biased because I didn't really care too much for what's his name from H2O. Josh Hartnett. So they're the number one on their list. Hardball from 2001. Diane Lane, Keanu Reeves, John Hawkes. Another one I can say I don't think I've seen. I know I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Simply because, when I see movies, if they don't interest me, I don't watch them. That's the thing. If I just have no interest in watching, I'm not just going to watch it for the sake of watching it. And this one, probably, I remember hearing about it, but Keanu Reeves, I can take with a grain of salt. I like the Bill and Ted movies. He was great in Point Break. I'm not a huge Matrix fan. The first one was good. So I take him with a grain of salt in what I've seen. He was good in Speed. So there's only so much. The problem with him is I always, every movie he's in, I always see him in Bill and Ted. And that just kind of takes me out of the film. What's somebody saying here? Gene Simmons is never too young to die. Well, Gene Simmons is never a good actor. He was good at Runaway, though. You can't say, he was definitely good. He was evil in Runaway. Colin says his favorite Paul Newman film is Somebody Up There Likes Me, about Rocky Graziano. I think I remember seeing that. My mother was a big Paul Newman fan. I watched a lot of them when I was a kid. That sounds familiar. I think I remember seeing it. Blake says Brett is hungover. He bet his life savings on Tiger Woods to win the Masters. Yeah, I know you guys are your golf enthusiasts. Pearl Harbor has a song by Faith Hill, There You'll Be. Yeah, I remember that being a big song, and Pearl Harbor was supposed to be a big hit, but it kind of wasn't. I mean, it was supposed to be, Hartnell's breakout thing, because I remember it was right after H2O, and that wasn't gonna shoot him in the stratosphere. But those are some actors, great actors, and bad movies. So there's more to chat. Trying to think of some other ones. I was trying to think of a list on my own, and I couldn't. I'm like, because I'm an easy person to. I mean, the movie's got to be really, really shitty. It's got to be like Skinamarink shitty for me to really dump on it. So I really can't think of. I was trying to put the list together. That's why I figured, let me bring up a list from people that culled a bunch of this, because I guess if a movie is that bad and I'm hearing people say it's that bad, it's like I won't watch it. That's like, when you're with a friend or your wife and they say, "Wow, this tastes like shit. Taste it." No, if you're telling me it tastes like shit, I'm going to take your word for it. So it's sort of the same thing along the same lines. Leanna gets frustrated watching golf. I was a big Ricky Fowler fan. Golf was never. It's funny because I'm a big cigar guy. I love me some of my cigars and a nice glass of bourbon. But and everybody's like, all my friends, a lot of friends I used to go to like a cigar lounge with, they all played golf. Like, oh, come on to that. The only golf I want to play is going to have a windmill and a clown. That's the only golf I'll play. Yeah, Skinamarink shitty. That is just. I'm still waiting for like 2 hours of my life back. Those guys owe me 2 hours of my life because that was the worst. Only big events on Sunday. So I guess why it was the Masters. I know that usually is it this time of year, the Masters? So I remember that being a big thing with all my cigar buddies when they were watching their golf. Clooney was in a shitty horror movie that you reviewed one time. Hang on, what movie was that? When was Clooney in a horror movie? Somebody help us out on that one. I don't remember him being in a horror movie. Yeah, I'm a mini golf guy. I'll play that shit all day long. You have a couple of drinks, you go with a little buzz on, and you play, and you have fun. Oh, Return to Horror High. Was he in that? I know I saw that. Maybe I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe he was in that. I don't remember that. Interesting. He's in it for like 2 seconds, but his name is all over the cover. Really, I don't even remember him being in that. So was he like a passerby, like just in the background? Because what do? We were talking about Renee Zellweger last week, and Cody was saying, "Oh, she was in Dazed and Confused." I'm like, "When the fuck was she in Dazed and Confused?" I'm a huge Dazed and Confused fan, but if they're in the background, I probably didn't notice them because she must just have been in the background. Because when I looked it up, I'm like, "Who is this character?" Because I've seen that movie a million times. So she must have just been somewhere in the background. Either probably didn't get credit because I don't even remember seeing her name in the credits. So it's weird when that shit pops up and there's just somebody in the background and, oh, look, there they are. But that doesn't mean they're starring the film. But I get it. The movie is a cheesy movie. So Clooney's in it, put him on the cover, maybe get some people's eyes on it. But that is the list that I found. So shout out to Collider and IMDb because they did all the hard work. I just shared it. I'm not going to take credit for it. And there's a lot of shitty movies on there that I have no desire to see. And some that I do remember that I had zero desire to see. I've had Yingling Flight, the light beer. It's not bad. I do like the original, but the Flight's not so bad. Brady liked it too. He tried it. It's not so bad. But tonight, I'm going to keep moving along. So we'll see when Brett pops in because he says he's stuck in traffic. He's come back from the con. So we'll keep moving ahead. So tonight, we're going to do a quick movie review. And you guys let me, hopefully you Carpenter fans in the chat have seen it. Let me know your review. Let's do a movie review of Village of the Damned. One of Carpenter's sleepier ones. It didn't do too well. Critics didn't like it, but critics never really, aside from Halloween, they kind of shit all over Carpenter films. It's creepy, atmospheric. Thought it was pretty cool. So let's go. We'll do a quick movie review because we're going to be watching it on Tuesday night because it turns 30 years old. Yeah, it's 95, right? Yeah, it was the last movie to feature Christopher Reeve in it. So let's do a quick movie review. Let me just update my little banner thing here because I didn't do that. I didn't do my homework, boys and girls. All right. Whoops. What did I do there? Oops. That looks a little bit better. All right, so tonight, do a quick movie review of Village of the Damned, turning 30 years old this year. Carpenter film. We're big well, most of us are Carpenter fans. This is one of his more. This was very atmospheric. It felt very Cinemira-ish from like Halloween 3. So the setting was cool. The way he shot it, I thought was very cool. The kids with the eyes and all the haircuts were creepy as all fuck. And this is a movie, whether you liked it or not, you could say the same about it if you didn't like it, that it had a stellar cast. I mean, you had Christopher Reeve, you had Linda Kozlowski, who was hot as hell. Well, she was great in this, but man, she was great in Crocodile Dundee movies. And he got to marry her, nail her, bastard. We had Mark Hamill in here, the late great Kirstie Alley, Buck Flowers, Carpenter mainstay in a lot of his films. And oh god, what's the actor's name who was in They Live? He just died recently. Help me out. He was in it too. I forget. He played the bartender in Beverly Hills Cop. Brett would know off the bat. If you're in the chat, let me know. He was in it too. So I liked it. It was very atmospheric. It was a slow burn. And it really didn't gain steam for me till probably the third act when the kids really start taking over and some crazy shit goes by. A couple of the kills were most of the kills in this are suicides because the kids are making him do it. Spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen it and you're watching on Tuesday, sorry. Spoiler alert. Just let you know now. But I didn't mind this. It's not one of his one of my go-to Carpenter films. Atmospheric, some cute girls in it. The kids are creepy as hell. The way that it's got a really cool ending. You kind of didn't see coming, and it left the door open, thinking that something would have. It was one of Carpenter's doom and gloom films. Where there's a gloomy ending. It kind of had a gloomy ending because it kind of left it on a hanger, like say, hey, they panned in on the one kid that basically turned away from the group, and you were kind of waiting for him to like smile, almost like a Damien smile, because then you're like, oh, see, he's still at it. But he didn't do that. So I'd give this out of 10, I'd give this I'll give it a 6. Yeah, I'd give it a 6. Peter Jason, thank you. Yeah, who just died not that long ago. Thanks, Colin. I figured I knew somebody would get it for me. Just drew a blank on it. I didn't mind it. I give this movie a 6. Not one of his best films. I guess it's a little sentimental because it's Christopher Reeve's last film. And I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't think I've watched it since Kirstie Alley died. So it's going to be a little, it'll be a little nostalgic seeing her in it because she's since passed. Buck Flowers has since passed. But Buck Flowers always plays a crazy person in all these films. And all Carpenter's greats. It's awesome. So let me know what you think in the chat. I know you're going to join us on Tuesday night to watch it. Or maybe you haven't watched it. Come on Tuesday night. It's free on YouTube. I did look it up. So you don't have to pay for it. The movie is free on YouTube. So you can watch it Tuesday night with us if you do not own it. Let's see. Let me check the chat. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Just got home from work. I'm doing good, man. Glad to see you popped in. Working on a Sunday. Working, man. Love it. Yes, Skywalker was in it. Let's see. Blake says, holy shit, I forgot Kirstie's dead. I know, it's crazy that she's gone. It's just somebody never would have thought would die that young. Look at Val Kilmer. Some genuinely creepy moments in Village of the Damned. Love the original. Yeah, Slasher Fred brought it up before too. I might have to go watch maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'll watch the original. I've never watched the original. Bill says the main kid actor was in 2 episodes of Seinfeld and eventually went on to play John Connor in the show, The Sarah Connor Chronicles. He was also in the Laid to Rest movies. I never saw the TV show, The Chronicles. But what happened? What kid did he play in Seinfeld? Help me, because I didn't know that. Let me know. Oh, is that who it was? Was he the kid that you said Paul O'Neill would hit 2 homers for? Was that him? Oh, okay. Shit. Never realized that was the kid. Wow. That's deep. I did not know that. Blake says, I forgot why the main kid was different than the rest. Because he started to feel empathy for the mom. And I believe, wasn't he? I haven't watched it so long. when all the babies were born, one was stillborn. That was because they were all paired together. It was supposed to be an even amount. And I remember one was a stillborn baby, was supposed to be paired with that kid. So he didn't have that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. And the mom was able to, which is Linda Kozlowski, was able to sort of sway him. I haven't watched it in a while. I was going to watch it the other day, but I'm like, I'll wait to rewatch it with everybody. Might give Vampires another watch. A lot of fun. Same thing. Vampires, when I first watched it, I was like, but upon several rewatches, I haven't watched it in a while. I didn't mind it. Probably more so like if it wasn't somebody like James Woods in it, I probably wouldn't have like it. I love James Woods, but it's not so bad. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's why he was different, right? Yeah, because he was supposed to be paired because they were all evens. And I remember him saying like, we were supposed to be together or something like that. It's been a long time. So I think that's why she was able to sway him from the group. So yeah, let us know. Throw some. What do you guys think in the chat? What would you guys give it out of 10 for those that have seen it? And let me know in the chat if you haven't seen it. Are you going to watch it with us on Tuesday? And like I said, it's free on YouTube, so just look it up on YouTube. It's free. Although it does say, I don't know, do you need a premium membership? I can look it up right now and let you guys know. You can always rent it too. It's probably on some streaming service or something for cheap. I mean, it's an old film. Let's see. YouTube, Village of the Damned. I remember I looked it up to see if where I was going to watch it because truthfully, I don't own it. Let's see. Village of the Damned full movie. YouTube Movies. Yeah, it's free. Average Kid has it on DVD. Yeah, so if you don't own it, it's on YouTube for free. So make sure you join us on Tuesday night for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. It's been a minute since I watched it. Cool. All right, so look at this. We're moving along. Brady's gonna miss the whole show. So he's gonna have to get 30 lashes with a wet noodle. All right. Let me just update my top 5. So tonight, this is gonna be a fun one. Top 5, and says. All right, so usually we do our segment where we watch something. It says, "What did you watch this week?" I haven't watched shit this week. I worked late, so I was busy. I worked Friday night till 10 o'clock. I had to stay at a hotel nearby because I had to be back in the work early, and I didn't get home from work till about 7 o'clock last night. So, and I didn't watch shit this week. So, if you guys watched anything interesting, throw it in the chat. Let me know what you guys watched. I didn't watch anything this week at all. Because I was too damn busy. I watched some of my favorite YouTubers. I watched Blake. I did watch you guys. I had you when I was working on Friday night. I had Ronnie and Blake on from All the Good Names Are Taken. I had you guys on the background, so I wasn't chatting along, unfortunately. But I did listen to you guys talk about Friday the 13th, so I did enjoy that. And when I got back to the hotel, our buddy Davey Deathray, I cut some of his watch long of Dawn of the Dead. I think that's it. Just busy ass week. The weather blows. It's absolute ass. It snowed here yesterday. The fuck is that all about, Blake? I was, like I said, Friday I had to work, and then I stayed at a hotel, and it was just nothing but rain down South Jersey. My wife's like, it's got like fucking 3 inches of snow up here. The fuck's that shit all about? I put my snowblower away. I put all my shovels away. What the fuck? Oh, I'm definitely gonna do a shot. Give me a minute. Jordan rewatched. Oh yeah, you posted that before. That was the first time you saw it? Really? You never saw American Werewolf in London before until today? Wow. Damn, what a good movie. Matt says he's been watching Glenn Ross with Pacino and Jack Lemmon. Good movie. I haven't watched that in a minute either. Bill rewatched Needful Things, The Monster Squad, and we started watching the first season of Yellow Jackets. How is that Yellow Jackets? I was wondering how that was. Ryan says it was sunny and 79 the last 2 days. Oh, you guys suck, man. You guys got all the good weather. Yeah. It hasn't been, it was cold last week, but then I saw the forecast and it said snow. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And that was it. I shot myself in the foot. I put all my snow shit away, figuring it was over with. So I kind of screwed up. But yeah, let's go ahead and do our top 5 tonight. This is gonna be fun. Tonight we're gonna do so. This would be a lot of fun. especially we're big music fans, especially some people in the chat are musicians. Top 5 band appearances in movies. So let's do a quick top 5. So tonight we're doing our top 5 band appearances in movies. And I knew some off the top of my head that I was going to have on my list, but I did do a little bit of research, and there was a lot more. Some I didn't even know where people appeared in films. So should be pretty interesting. Let's see, people are still throwing some more. Oh, we watched. Yeah, that's right. We watched American Psycho on Tuesday. I should have said that, right? Because I did watch it, but along with everybody. Duh. So yeah, for top 5 band appearances in movies. So it could be a person from the band, because sometimes it's just one person and it's considered the band, which is one of the ones that made on my list. But let me know. So my number 5 I put on here was Billy Idol in The Wedding Singer. I remember I saw The Wedding Singer in the theater, and I remember I'm like, wait a second, is that Billy Idol when he was on the plane? It was cool as hell. Shout out to Billy Idol, nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Hopefully he gets in, well deserving. So I thought that was it was a good scene in there where he appears in it. Yeah, love The Wedding Singer. Wedding Singer is hysterical. We were talking about the Sandler movies earlier, which you have to take them with a grain of salt. Some of them are so outlandish and stupid, but that's the way they're supposed to be, and that's why we like them. I love dumb humor. I ain't bright. Bill said, "Oh God, Cannibal Corpse and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective." Nice one. I forgot. Holy shit, I haven't seen excuse me, as I burp, Pet Detective in a long time. Should put that on a watch along. Cannibal Corpse. Wow. That's coming up. It's on my list. You guys know a Kiss fan. It's on my list. Actually, Kiss made it twice on my list, truth be told. So yeah, throw a couple more in there and I'll give you my number 4. Without Brady, so it'll go a little bit too fast tonight. Actually, the show's going pretty fast tonight too, because usually we have a little bit of banter, but that's okay. This way, when I get done, I'll go see my neighbor and I'll hang out with him. So, all right, well, my number 4, Speaking You Shall Receive. Last year you said Kiss in Detroit Rock City. I put Kiss in Why Him, because that was a movie. My wife and I were looking for something to watch, and we were looking for something comedic at the time. This is going back a while ago, and that popped up right around the time. I guess it was like streaming somewhere, and we're watching it, and it was great. It was funny as all hell. And then all of a sudden, and it was great how they were talking about how they were big. The parents were big Kiss fans, and then at the end, the Kiss comes. The guy gets who was it? Shit, the hell's his name that played the soon-to-be son-in-law? You guys have seen it, and I'm drawing a blank on it. I can see him. I'm drawing a blank on his name. And he hired Kiss to come and serenade them. And my wife's looking at me. She's like, "Did you know Kiss was in this film?" I go, "I had no clue that Kiss was in this movie. I had no idea." And it was hysterical. So that's my number 4, Kiss and Why Him. Let's see what everybody's throwing in the chat. Flea and Son-in-Law. Well, you could also say Anthony Kiedis in Flea and The Chase. Oh yeah, God, I love me some E.G. Daily. E.G. Daily and Better Off Dead. Yeah. Flea also plays the role of Marty Fly. Yeah, Needles in Back to the Future too. Yep. Nobody calls me Chicken Needles. Nobody. Yeah. The Zombies in Bunny Lake is missing. The band The Zombies? I don't remember that one. Wow. Yeah, we did a watch along event of we talked about doing it again. I know we did it about a year ago, and somebody brought up about doing a double feature of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, the Kiss film from '78, the made-for-TV film, and doing Kiss and doing Detroit Rock City. So you have to twist my arm to do both of those again. I'll definitely do that. Travis Tritt and Cowboy Way. The Pointer Sisters and Donnie Brasco. Rush and I Love You Man. Yeah, there's a lot. When I looked through it, some I didn't realize people were even in. So yeah, so my number 4, Kiss and Why Him. What a good. Oh, it was James Franco. That's who it was. And Why Him, James Franco. He was funny as hell in it too. It really was. I love his house. because he was like that billionaire, and his house, instead, and his built-in house Alexa voice was what the hell, Penny from The Big Bang Theory. It was hysterical. I love that. See, Jordan says, "Oh well, Vanilla Ice and TMNT 2. Wow, that's on my list. I'll say it right now, my number 3. Bill just brought up my number 3, Alice Cooper in Wayne's World. That's iconic. Go listen to Alice Cooper talk about that. Everywhere he goes, how many people come up? He's like, how many people come to me and say we're not worthy? And he's like, he's like, it's nice. He's like, I feel complimented that people love that. He's like, but when you're hearing it for like 30 some odd years, after a while, he's like, something different, please. Yeah, but it was great. Yep, that's my number 3, Alice Cooper in Wayne's World. Jordan wins. Vanilla Ice. Colin says Misfits and Bruiser, Alice Cooper and Prince of Darkness. That's true. Alice Cooper and Prince of Darkness too. Ramones and Rock and Roll High School. Yeah. Oingo Boingo went back to school. Yeah, that's a damn good list. Holy shit, Colin. Real good list. Yeah, Alice Cooper. That's two. It's a twofer because he was in Wayne's World. The Ramones it's basically a Ramones movie, and it's got a beloved PJ Souls in it. If you have never seen Rock and Roll High School, that's a lot of fun. And yeah, Oingo Boingo, man. Dead Man's Party. Slash says Bunny Lake is missing is such a great classic thrill. It's about this woman who finds out that her daughter, the cops finds out that her daughter, but the cops can't find any evidence of her existence. Oh, maybe she has a daughter in the okay. That's interesting. I like that. That sounds interesting. Flea was also in Fear and Loathing. Flea was also in a movie Suburbia back in the early 80s. It's like a skate rock movie. The only reason I know is because band TSOL's in it, and I was a big TSOL fan. And he was really young then. I think that's when he was still playing in the band Fear. For those that didn't know, Flea was actually the bass player in the band Fear. Well before he actually left the band to join the Chili Peppers. George Clinton in PCU, good one. The Ghastly Ones and Rob Zombie. We can also say, what the hell's the band that Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? And they have a great disc. For those who've never checked it out, it's like real good if you like psychobilly. Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures. They're at the Phantom Jam. Really good disc. The Offspring and Idle Hands. The original Point Break. That's right. Dio and Meatloaf and Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Let Me Motorhead and Eat the Rich. Yeah, there's a lot, man. This is good. I thought this would be. I figured there'd be a lot of people bringing up a lot of good ones in this one. What I have for my number 2. I'm surprised nobody brought up my number 2 yet. Huey Lewis and Back to the Future. Good one, right? All right, my number 2, Twisted Sister, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I thought somebody would have thrown it in the chat by now. Yeah, Love Me Some. We were just talking about Twisted Sister not that long ago. When was that? I don't know why, but we were talking about Twisted Sister. And they were, because the 80s Twisted Sister, huge. When they came out with Stay Hungry, they were huge. They were everywhere, all over MTV. They were MTV darlings back in the day. And as we were talking about actors in bad movies, remember? Said Pee Wee Herman movies were not going to be Oscar worthy, but they were a lot of fun. Yeah, you're gonna burn in hell. Great. I love me some Twisted Sister. Is that what I know? We were just talking about it. Was that? Yeah, we were just talking about it when we were doing 1984. Yep. Tim Capello and Lost Boys. Another good film. And we've been talking about doing a watch look at that too. We got to get on that too, because that's got to be hitting a milestone year too. Yeah. So my number 2, Twisted Sister, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. See, wait for anybody else to throw anything. All right. Well, my number 1, somebody mentioned it way earlier on. Number 1. Come on, I'm a Kiss fan. Who's not going to say Kiss in Detroit Rock City? Albeit they were all the way towards the end of the film. I remember when they first came out about the whole story of the Detroit Rock City, because this is when Kiss was doing the reunion tour, and they were hot as all hell. So they tried to capitalize by doing this film, and it didn't do well at the box office, but it is a cult classic. If you haven't seen Detroit Rock City, that movie's just so much damn fun. I know I'm a little biased because I'm a Kiss fan, but the movie isn't a Kiss movie. They're only in it at the end. It's all kids that like Kiss, But it's such a great movie, and you do get to see Kiss at the end, so it was great. Ramones in Car 54. I didn't mind Car 54. Hey, we just lost David Johansen, and he was funny as hell as Gunther Titty in it. Yeah, we talked about Wayne's World because of Alice Cooper. Yeah, but what about Aerosmith and Wayne's World too? Blake's right. No, nobody brought it up. I'm surprised. Guar and Empire Records. Yeah, nobody brought up. Yep. Black Roses and Black Roses. Slash Your Friend says Run DMC and Sheila E. and the Beastie Boys and Crush Groove. There you go. Colin says Jello Biafra, James Maynard Keenan, and Dee Dee Ramone and Bikini Bandits. I never saw Bikini Bandits. Jello Biafra's in that? And James Maynard Keenan? Really? I never saw Bikini Bandits. I have to check that out. Man, I did not know that. For those who don't know, Jello Biafra is what was the original lead singer of the Dead Kennedys. I love the Dead Kennedys. He says Maynard James Keenan is in Crank 2. Infectious Grooves and Encino Man. That's a good one too. Ice-T and Breakin'. Damn, digging deep Breakin'. Holy shit, man. Man, I remember when breakdancing was all the rage in the 80s. Holy crap. Thank God that died out. Rob Halford and Spun. Yeah. Ozzy and Gene and Trick or Treat. Yeah. We're big Trick or Treat fans. Watched that not that long ago. Blink 182 and American Pie. Nice. See, I figured there'd be a lot of these. So, yeah, a lot of the ones you mentioned, yeah, I thought about, but I guess it was a little biased. I had to have two appearances of Kiss. Sue me. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I gotta check it out. I honestly never even heard of that, Colin. Thanks for that. I'd be curious to see Jello Biafra in the movie. I really would. I'm like, what? Rihanna in This Is the End. I never saw that one. So yeah. Good one, Ronnie. Ronnie comes in. Look at that. Picks up the spare with Blues Traveler and Kingpin. Yes. God. Rito Boloff. Yep, that's awesome. Blues Traveler and Kingpin. Bye, whore. Yeah, right. Otis Day in Animal House. Well, actually, that's what. I was gonna bring up another one. I was thinking something. Otis Day in Animal House. Otis, he loves us. What about God, what the hell was it? They did The Boys Are Back in Town, and 48 Hours. That was the name of the band. Brady would know. The hell is it? Boys Are Back in Town. Who the hell sang it? I can't remember. Rollins, yeah, The Chase, Wrong Turn 2, We Never Die, Jack Frost, yeah. Snoop Dogg and Old School. The Soggy Bottom Boys and Oh Brother, where art thou? Oh yeah, Bill. I didn't even think of that. That's a good one. Steve Vai and Crossroads. Jack Butler is gonna love you. Cutting heads. The other guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers was an American Werewolf in Paris. Yep, yes he was. Ray Charles. Oh yeah, if we can want to talk to Blues Brothers, you had Ray Charles in there. You had Aretha Franklin. You had John Lee Hooker. Cab Calloway. And who else? Okay. Bus Boys. Thank you. The Bus Boys. Yep. The boys are back in town. Debbie Harry was in Spike. You also said Debbie Harry was in Videodrome too. I completely forgot about that one. Isaac Hayes. You're the Duke. You're the Duke. Yep. Isaac Hayes in Escape from New York. Good one, Colin. Hey, Happy. What's up? See, a lot of the singers from Motown were in the blues. Oh yeah, a lot of people. The Blues Brothers were big. Ray Charles. Yep, there is Debbie Harry in Videodrome. Long live the New Flesh. Madonna, in League of Their Own. David Johansen and Scrooge. David Johansen in the Tales from the Dark Side movie too. Yep. So David Johansen's the twofer because of his alter ego, because he's Buster Poindexter, plus he's also lead singer of the New York Dolls. Roger Daltrey and Tommy and McVicker. Yeah, Daltrey, that's true. Did you ever see Roger Daltrey when he played the drama teacher on that 70s show? It was hysterical. James Brown and the Blues Brothers. That's right, when he played the Reverend. Do you see the light? Yep, Debbie Harry was in Tales from the Dark Side too. Yeah, her and Johansson. The chick from the Go-Go's in Bill and Ted. Oh yeah, the hell was her name? She played Joan of Arc, and she was also the dancing courier in Clue that gets shot. Jane Whelan, thank you. Busboys also sang the cleanup. Yeah, that's right. The Ghostbusters, it's true. Yeah, they were all over MTV too. They had their moment in the sun. The Busboys. Oh, now you're just hitting below the belt, Colin. Buster Rhymes and Halloween Resurrection. Yeah, that's it's hitting below the belt with that one.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
That's just a rough one. I try to forget about that. Well, you can also say LL Cool J in H2O. See, if I want back to the beach. Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. Yep. Michael Jackson in The Wiz. Look at Cody, right? And with what do you call it? Diana Ross too. Good one. Cher in Mask. Rocky Dennis. Elton John in Spice World. I never saw Spice World. So I didn't even know he was in it, but that's a good one. David Bowie, The Hungry Real. David Bowie was in that. And what was the other movie he was in? God, I'm drawing a blank. Pirates of the Caribbean with Keith Richards. Sting and the Bride. Or what do you call it too? The fuck's his name? Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder in Singles. And Chris Cornell was in it too, wasn't he? Weird Al in UHF. Well, that was his film too. Kid Rock and Joe Dirt. Yeah, good movie, Joe Dirt. Sting and Hoya in Quadrophenia. Yeah, good movie. Sharon Moonstruck. Yeah. Well, if you want to consider Weird Al, he was also in Halloween too. You just got snapped on by Weird Al. Rob Zombie's Halloween too. Yep. Appeared himself in both those movies and Rob Zombie's Halloween too. You just got snapped on by Weird Al. The Fat Boys and Disorderlies. Look at you digging deep, Cody. Good movie, man. Disorderlies is funny as hell. Testament and Strange Days. Well, you could also, even though it was his film, you could also say Dee Snider in Strangeland. It was his film. Oh, come on. Ronnie, I was a big Kiss fan. That was my number one on my list. Kiss in Detroit Rock City. And Kiss also in Why Him. I could even say the Kiss film. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. But that was their made for TV movie. You can say the Beatles. The Beatles did a bunch of movies. And God, there's a plethora of fucking Elvis movies. Elizabeth Daly is Dottie. Yeah, E.G. Daly in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And you could also say she was in Valley Girl also. And she was also in The Devil's Rejects. And she was also in the fuck is that other Rob Zombie movie? 31. Eminem in 8 Mile. Stone Gosh was there was a bunch of them in singles. I haven't seen the singles in a long time. That'd be a good movie to revisit. It's been a minute since I've seen that. That's when I used to have a holy obsession with Bridget Fonda. Now she looks like me, so I dodged the bullet there. Yeah, I gotta watch Disorderlies. I haven't thought about that movie in 30 years. That movie is funny as hell. Whatever happened to the Fat Boys? Tom Jones, Mars Attacks. Holy shit, there's a ton of them. That's a lot of them ones I didn't even think of. I knew this would be a good one to pick because there's so many musicians in films. David St. Hubbins and Clue and Coneheads. Look at that. Well, I mean, you can also say a lot of movies with Michael McKean in it. And he was in the Brady Bunch too. The first Brady Bunch, not two. Nigel Tufnell and The Princess Bride. Hey, what's up, Rob? What's shaking? Irene Cara was in Fame, and if the Agnew guys are still here, Irene Cara from DC Cab. DC Cab, the theme song from DC Cab is their theme song. Grace Jones in Vamp and Conan the Destroyer. Bill Paxton, Club Trixie sings the Pina Colada Park. Never Too Young to Die, and Gene Simmons also was in Wanted Dead or Alive. Also, he was in Wanted Dead or Alive. I don't know if anybody brought that up. And Gene Simmons was in Runaway, the movie Runaway. These aren't all the templates, Ramsey. Good film. See what else everybody's got. Damn. David Johansen, 200 Cigarettes and Let It Ride. Yeah. Oh, my beloved David Johansen. We just lost him. Look at that. Mark comes in. Village People, it can't stop the music. I've been preaching to people about that movie forever. It is so bad, it's good, that movie. I'm sorry. You want to watch a movie that's so bad it's good? Go watch Can't Stop the Music. I mean, and that should have been a movie with that had good actors in shitty movies, because Steve Guttenberg was in that, Valerie Perrine, Bruce Jenner, the hell's the guy? Oh God, I can see him. He was a character actor. I think he's dead now. I forget his name, but if you saw him, I'll think about it. I forget, but yeah, that's a movie that's so bad it's good. Can't Stop the Music. Bon Jovi and Young Guns too. Shot down in the Blaze of Glory. Little Richard and Mystery Alaska. I never saw that one. Memphis Belle, Harry Connick Jr. Yeah. And Copycat too. Yeah. Tupac and Nothing But Trouble. Oh, wow. Nothing But Trouble. Such an underrated comedy. So Cody says, Cool Rock Ski is the only fat boy still living. So they're all dead, huh? So guess why you haven't heard from them in all these years. I mean, yeah, they were big. Joe Strummer and Walker. Wow. Robert Goulet, that's right, and Naked Gun. You can also say that thinking of Robert Goulet made me think of Wayne Newton in National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation. George Strait and Pure Country. There was once a TV musical called Mother Goose Rock and Rhyme. It was about Mother Goose who mysteriously vanishes, and her son and Little Bo Peep team up to find it. It had Little Richard and also ZZ Top. Really? Never saw that one. Yeah, that was what I was just saying. Yeah, National Lampoon's. Here, it's a present for you. It's a locket of my hair. Oh, that's a great. I mean, say what you want. That's a great movie. It's funny as all hell. Billy Idol and the Wedding Singer. Yeah. Wait. Reba McEntire and Tremors. Marilyn Manson and Jawbreakers. Bill, we love our Married with Children. It's not a movie, but yep. Anthrax was in Married with Children when Kelly wins that contest to have Anthrax come and play at your house. That's a good one. Stray Cats and La Bamba. Well, was Los Lobos in? I haven't seen La Bamba in the Dog's Age. I mean, I know they did the theme song, but did they also appear in the film? I don't remember. Or what about, we're all big Roadhouse fans. What about Jeff Healey? Jeff Healey and Roadhouse. The late, great Jeff Healey. Whitney Houston and The Bodyguard. I think somebody might have said it. I don't remember. But yeah. See, a couple more. Yes, we're Yingling Brothers tonight, and we'll have to do a shot after this. But yeah, that's my top 5. And man, there was a shit ton. I knew there'd be a lot in this. I figured this would bring a lot of good stuff out. Oh yeah, Dwight Yoakam. Yeah, it's like late Tenacious D. Well, Tenacious D, that was his whole gimmick. In those films. I'm trying to think who else. Is there any more before I close this out? I'm trying to think of other ones. Man, there's a lot in here. You guys really brought out a lot. Some I didn't even realize they were in films. I have to go back and look, especially the Bikini Bandits. Thanks for that one, Colin. I have to go check that one out. I had no idea about that one. But yeah, that's our top 5 band appearances in movies. Keep throwing them in the chat if you want. Throw some more in the comments after the fact when we're done. And we'll do another top 5 next week. That was awesome. So yeah, we're hour 36 minutes in, and I guess Chris Christopherson, yeah, he was in the original Star is Born. He was also in Convoy, Bobby Rydell, and Bye Bye Birdie. Yeah, Bobby Rydell. Wow, we lost him not that long ago too. He's big in Jersey because he sang the Wildwood Days. And if you think about Grease, well, Grease had Frankie Avalon in it. Beauty School Dropout. Go back to high school. Randy Travis and the Rainmaker and Black Dog. Well, you guys, man. You guys looking these all up, or you guys know these off the top of your head. Holy shit. Let's see. Dio is epic as hell in Pick of Destiny and the City of Fallen Angels where the ocean meets the sand. Nick Cave and the assassination of Jesse James and Ghosts of the Civil Dead. Damn. So many freaking people in here. Holy shit, man. Could have did a whole episode on this, not just the top 5. Oh, that's Blake. Corey Feldman and Goonies and Lost Boys. Just as long as I have to listen to a guitar solo, because that's just rough shit. Well, Will Smith, yeah, but yeah, well, he's kind of a dick now, so we don't count him anymore. Where is it? Yeah, he's kind of a dick now. Demi Moore in One Crazy Summer, because right, she was a singer in One Crazy Summer. Did she actually sing in it? I haven't watched One Crazy Summer in so long. Love that movie. Did she actually sing in it? I don't remember. Ice Cube, 21 Jump Street. Don Johnson, Tin Cup. Seriously, I could have made a whole episode out of this fucking thing. Holy shit. Instead of just the top 5. B.B. King and Heart and Souls. B.B. King made a real cool appearance in Sanford and Son, too. And who else made an appearance? There was another person, and a couple of people made it in I love Sanford and Son. Grew up with that shit. You big dummy. But yeah, that's it. Keep throwing them in the chat. I'll keep reading them. Meatloaf. Oh, we have Meatloaf. That's right. Meatloaf and Jared Leto in Fight Club. Meatloaf. That's right. Well, Meatloaf was in a few movies. Well, Meatloaf in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Right there. Leon Rimes and Coyote Ugly, and also he was at his fattest in that movie. Nice. But before I go, I also want to do this before I forget. Give out a membership. See if anybody in the chat gets a free membership tonight from Pat. Let's see who gets it. Usually somebody. See if it even works, because it tends not to work. Offspring and Idle Hands. Yeah, we watched Idle Hands not that long ago. John Joseph from Cro-Mags in the TV prison series Oz. Well, actually, Peter Criss from Kiss was in Oz also. So I gifted one membership. Let's see who got it. Jody Dettinger was gifted a membership. Well, welcome to the club. Oh, Cody. Look at that. Cody's awesome. Giving out a membership too. My buddy. Went to 077. Who's been a member before? Welcome back, Zero. Lady Gaga was in a Sopranos episode when AJ broke his hand. Well, actually, Lady Gaga, she was in the other Star is Born, the remake. And she was actually really good in American Horror Story, the one season Hotel. She was really good in that. She showed a lot of ass in it too. She got a nice can. She got a bit of a butter face, but she got a nice can. Blaze Elias from Slaughter and Zach Wilde in Rockstar. Wow, good one. Yeah. And also Jason Bonham on drums. And who was the bass player? Wasn't it Jeff Pilson from Dokken was the bass player, right? Yeah, Zero's got it a few times. Lucky bastard. Kenny Rogers and the Gambler. Oh, good call, Ronnie. Jerry Reed, the late great Jerry Reed. Eastbound and Down. Smokey and the Bandit. Lady Gaga. She was. I didn't care. I'm not a big Star is Born, but I watched it. It was a good remake. She's not a bad actress. And shit. But if you guys watch American Horror Story, that was a great season. She was really good in it. Glenn Danzig in Prophecy 2. Wow, good call. Jerry Reed and Gator. James Taylor and Tulane Blacktop. I don't think I saw that one. I don't remember James Taylor being in the movie. Wow. They also say, well, it was sort of his movie too. Paul Simon, The One Trick Pony. That was a 70s movie. Dennis Wilson was in Tulane Blacktop too. Wow. Damn. Yeah, I could have made a whole episode out of this. What the hell was I thinking? Doing a top 5. Moron that I am. What'd you expect us to do, you moron? Yeah, what are you going to do? But I think that's it, man. We're hitting an hour and 40 minutes. Brett's not making it tonight. Unfortunately, we missed my partner in crime. Sure, maybe I'll chat with him later. He had a great time at the this weekend at the con. He sent me some good pictures. He'll have some good stories probably. So before I forget, we're going to be doing the podcast on Friday night. No podcast next Sunday because it's Easter. So everybody, if you celebrate Easter, you'll be spending it with your family. I'll be spending it with my family. So we're going to do a podcast on Friday night, which would be good. And we haven't decided what it is. Maybe we'll do for a trivia night. And we'll make it a trivia night on Friday. But we'll figure it all out, and it'll be all on the channel. So you guys all check it out. Do us a favor, hit that like button. Like button definitely helps. Get a stiffy, lift it up. Let some more people find us, the maniacs that follow us. And they're still throwing some under. Waylon Jennings and Follow That Bird. Wow. Jesus. Well, Prince and Purple Rain, of course. Yeah, it was his film. Sure. Damn. You guys are on fire, man. I could have made a whole episode. What the fuck? So, and Graffiti Bridge, too. Yeah. Damn. The hell was I thinking? Yeah, so we'll be back Tuesday night. Don't miss it. We're watching Village of the Damned. Celebrate 30 years of Village of the Damned on Tuesday night. Don't miss it. And Friday will be the podcast because no podcast next Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna head out because I'm gonna go see the wife now that she's home, and maybe head next door to see Terrible Mike, see what he's up to. Maybe we'll watch a movie and have another Out of the Cave review for something that we'll watch that he won't like. And that's really it. All right, everybody, do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much for all the memberships everybody got tonight, that gifted them, I should say. And welcome to the club, folks. So I'm going to head out. Thanks again, everybody. And I'll see everybody on Tuesday night. Later.